Let's start by rolling the shoulders. Deep breaths into your nose, out through the mouth, getting as much movement to our joint as we can. Now we're going to change direction, bring it the opposite way. Again, big circles all the way around, all the way back. Two, one, drop the head. Big circle all the way around. We get to the front, change direction, bring it back. All the way around, all the way back. Three, two, and one. Okay, hands on the hips, feet shoulder apart. Bring around a circle and bring it back the opposite direction again. Move the way through the hips. And nice big circles all the way around, all the way back. Three, two, and one. Bring feet together, bend the knees slightly, hands around the knees, get a little circle with the knees, and again round and back. Making sure we're keeping our back straight here. We do one more each direction. Get that done, out onto the toe. Again, a little circle around and back. Again, all the way around, all the way back. One more each direction, and onto the other side. Again, around and back. One more each direction. Okay, let's bring it down to the mat. So we're going straight down to the mat here. We're going to lie, resting our hand on our head, or our head on our hand, sorry. Bend our knees slightly, ankles and knees are stacked on top of each other. We're just going to lift up as high as we can and lower. So exhale, lift up, inhale, lower. We're making sure that we're not coming back here. We just want to go as high as we can and back, high as we can and back. I'm going to breathe through each rep. Going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. We're going to flip over onto our back. Okay, lie back flat into the mat. So make sure there's no space between your back and the floor. And the leg we're just lifting, we're going to lift up to 90 degrees. Bring it back down. up, and back down. Keep it really controlled, shoot it up, slow back down. And we're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it back down onto the opposite side, lift up. Again, keep that back flat on the mat, core nice and tight. Keep it there. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Okay, we're going back to that first leg. This time we're going to draw a little circle with our heel. Again, keep the back flat to the mat so it shouldn't rise at all. And we're going to change direction with that heel. Again, remember to breathe. Keep the back in. One more. Lower down. Opposite leg comes up again. Again, little circle. And opposite way. Again, not let that back rise. And one more little circle. And bring it down. Okay. Bend the knees. Drive the heels into the floor. And we're going to squeeze up into a bridge. Slowly lower. Using our glutes to push ourselves up here. All the way up and lower. Again, let's keep our core nice and tight. Once it's coming through here, want to feel it in our glutes. Four, 3, 2, and on the last one, we're going to hold it up. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Right, let's hop over onto the opposite side. Again, we're going to rest our head on our arm. Knees are bent and lift up as high as we can and lower. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. We don't want to rotate, remember? Four, three, two, and one. Lower back down. We're going to flip back over onto our back here. So backs press into the mat, heels are legs are up. So straight line, right angle from our knee to our hip. Hands are going to come up in front of us as well. And you're going to go opposite leg out to opposite hand. Other hand stays up in front, so it's not going to go forward with the leg. Bring it back up, swap it over. Remember, our back stays in contact with the mat as we do this. Bit of coordination required. The hand that is not going back should stay directly above your head. Breathing through each one as well. Don't hold your breath. We need two more each side. Two. One more on this side. And back down. Okay. Bring your legs just up in, pull your knees up into your chest. We're just going to roll about a little bit. Felt any pressure in your lower back doing this means your core is not engaged properly, your abs aren't engaged properly, so we want to keep that flat on the mat. Don't let the back take up the slack. Maybe roll about. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, let's drop the legs. Straighten out one legs here. We're going to bring one leg up, bend the knee. Bring your hand out to the outside of that knee, and we're just going to twist across the body. The opposite hand, we want to bring that down to the floor. And we're going to look over the direction of the knees. So we want to get a little bit of a chest stretch as well as a stretch to our glutes. If you want to make the stretch more intense on your chest, you can bring your hand higher. And if you need to make it a little bit easier, you can bring your hand lower. But if you can, have it at shoulder height. For 3, 2, 1, let it go, bring it around. Opposite knee comes up, and we go across. Again, keep the other hand down, and we're looking in the direction of our knee here. I'm going to hold that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Bring it around. Okay. Let's hop over into our box position. So with our box position, we want a direct line from our shoulder to our wrist and our hip to our knee. We're going to start by rolling our shoulders around a circle and bringing it back the opposite way. Big circles. The rest of the body is going to stay still here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, let's spread our hands as wide as we can. Open our hands up and we're going to rock forward over and back. So we're spreading our fingertips wide. We're trying to stretch out all the muscles in our hands. Forward and back. Do that for 4, 3, 2, one more. Now let's bring our hands so our fingertips are facing the edge of the mat. And again, we're going to rock side to side now. Just a little slightly different angle. If you feel it's a bit too uncomfortable, go to the original one. Hopefully feel the muscles in our hands opening up a little bit. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Just gonna move the hands around a little bit there. Shake them out a bit. Now we're going to tuck our toes underneath and we're going to stretch our feet. This would be better if you have no shoes on. But we want to sit back as far as is comfortable onto our toes here. So remember, if you're finding it too painful to sit upright, I can only do this because I've got shoes on at the moment, so they're better off without shoes. That's all right. Just go to wherever is comfortable and just let the feet open up a little bit as well. Stretch out. One of those exercises is a little bit harder than it looks. One of the stretches is a little bit harder than they look. If you can, come a little bit further. Don't worry if you can't. And again, if you come a little bit further, do. A little more if you can. Don't worry if you can't. As I said, this I'm only able to do this because I'm in shoes right now. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it forward. Okay. From there, we're going to step one leg back. We're just going to push our heel towards the floor and come back. Heel towards the floor and come back. Open up our calf a little bit here. Getting a bit of a stretch on it. Not unusual for our calves to get a little bit tight. We're just slowly rocking back and forth. You don't want to bounce. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, let's lift that leg up towards the ceiling. We want to keep our back nice and neutral. Now we're going to push our heel up towards the ceiling. Using our glute to try and feel that squeeze coming from your glute all the way up. Just small movements here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, let's do the circle. Again, rest of the body should stay nice and still. Just moving our hip here. Bring it the opposite direction. And then from there, we're going to hold it and pull our heel in towards our bum. Four, three, two, and one. Let it go. Bring it down. Okay, off the leg now. We're going to step back onto that heel. And again, we're just going to push back. Really slowly. Open up that calf. As far as comfortable, come back. As far as comfortable, come back. We're going to keep it really controlled, really gentle. We're not bouncing. Four, three, two, and one. Bringing it up. And again, we're going to squeeze that heel up towards the ceiling. Keep our body as still as possible. Just want this movement through our glute. Right, so find one side's harder than the other, that's okay. Okay, from there, let's draw that little heel circle with our heel. And opposite way. And from there, holding it up, we're going to pull in, back out. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Okay, from there, let's just sit back onto the heels for a minute, pull the hands right forward. Walk your hands over to one side. Bring it back to center. Over to the opposite side. And back to center. From there, back up this box position. We're going to bring our elbows to the floor. And we're going to sit back onto our heels. Hands up towards the ceiling. Just going to stretch back, shoulders. So sitting right back into that. Nice drop. Elbows are into the floor. Now we're going to move through. So we're going to come up and sit back. Up and sit back. And we're going to do that for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up into the box position. Now we're going to drop the head, tuck the hips, push back up towards the ceiling. While they back up and look up. Imagine a string in the center of your back, pulling yourself the whole way up and back. And we're going to do it again for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, let's bring a hand up to our temple. Let's rotate up as high as we can. Come back. Rotate up as high as we can. So for 4, 3, 2, and 1. On to the opposite side. Rotate up as much as we can. And nice movement to our spine, all around. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's bring it back to center. Okay, we're gonna go down to the floor. So face down the floor. You want to bring your arms out wide and pick your thumbs face ceiling. And we're gonna push up and back down. Push up as high as you can, and back down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Let's bring our hands out. So kind of in a V shape outside our head, and we're going to pull back and up, or a Y shape. Lift up as high as you can and back. Exhale up. Inhale lower. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake them out again a little bit. Last one, hands are in front of us. So straight line above the head. And again, we're going to lift up and back down. The rest of the body stay still. for 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one, and back down. Take them out. Okay. Hands either side of the body, let's push up. Just look up towards the ceiling. This is up as comfortable for you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it back up to the box position and up onto the knees. So we're going to bring one leg forward, one leg back. We're going to squeeze our glute from behind. And we're going to push forward, open up our hip, and stand back off that foot. Just going as low as comfortable for you. We don't need to force anything. Just open up the front of that hip. Keep moving forward. On your next one, lean it forward. Sit back onto the bum. You can point your toe towards the ceiling or point your toe towards the floor. The floor takes a bit of the pressure off the hamstring. Don't worry if there's a little bit of a bend in the leg. Just doing a little stretch here. Three, 2, 1. Let's bring it back up. Push forward, open up that hip. Drop the knee as low as you can. Push off. Four, 3, 2, and sit back again. Let's try and get that little stretch into the hamstring. Feel the stretch all in the back of the leg here. Three, 2, 1, off. Oh, go. So from there, let's rotate our back leg backwards. You're going to walk out the front leg. I'm going to stretch on the inside of the hip here. If you want to make the stretch a little bit harder, you can turn your toe up towards the ceiling. I'm just going to stay upright here. If you want to make the stretch a little more intense, you can also slightly lean forward, but only do so if you feel like you can balance. Again, we don't want to force any stretches here. I'm going to do that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate back down, walk it in. We're going to swap to the opposite side. So one knee forward, one knee back. And again, we're just squeezing forward and coming back off. Squeezing forward, coming back off. Uh, 3, 2, and 1. Let's sit back at that hamstring stretch again. Keep the toe down, point the toe up, whichever is more comfortable for you. And we're going to inhale, exhale, bring it back up. Again, slightly forward and back. Not force, not hip. All the way down. Back up. Sure, we keep nice, strong, deep behind. 4, 3, 2. One last one, and let's sit back onto the hamstring again. A nice stretch in the back of the leg. Last one, knees again. Hopefully you're feeling that hamstring open up at the back. And we're going to bring it up in 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it up. So rotate that back leg back, walk out the front leg. So into that stretch to the inside thigh. If you can, rotate your toe up towards the ceiling. Keeping our upper body up tall. Then if you can lean yourself forward slightly, but you have to be able to support yourself. That does intensify the stretch a little bit more, but again, we don't want to be forcing anything. Don't do the harder one just because you want to do the harder one. Three, 2, 1, bring it down, walk it in, stand up. Interlock fingers behind the back, with our shoulder blades together, lifting our head up, keeping our head up and lift, head up, chest out. If you can, lift a little bit higher. There we go, interlock fingers, push your shoulder blades far apart as possible, drop the head. From there, let's push fingers up towards the ceiling. Stretching up through the body. All the way up. Lean over to one side. Bring it back to center. Oh, we lean low to the other side. And bring it back to center. One more stretch towards the ceiling. And let it go. And you're done, guys. Well done.